Hey y'all, my name is Ashley Falco and I have been an Etsy seller since 2012, making 6 figures. I'm here today to give you 10 tips that you can become a profitable 6-figure Etsy seller yourself. First and foremost, you are now a business selling on Etsy, and that means that you have to know your profits and losses. If you don't know what you're making, you could be doing your business a disservice. You could be giving your stuff away for free. No one wants that. If you're not a numbers person, I just wanted you to know that I actually created a profits and losses worksheet that you can purchase, that all you have to do is put in how much you're selling your item and how much your item costs you to make, and it will tell you this really cool number that tells you what your profit margins are and how much money you're taking home. The second tip that I have for you is taking high quality pictures. Now, I know when people say that, you automatically think, oh my goodness, you need like a really fancy studio to create high quality product pictures. I'm here to tell you that you absolutely do not need that. You just need to make sure that your toes aren't in the pictures. We don't give feet pics away for free, y'all. I am serious. On that note, if you are selling things like t-shirts, don't take the t-shirt pictures on the ground. Bring them up, put them on your body, and you can be a model for your products. That's how you create high quality pictures. This next tip should be a given, but I'm gonna give it to you anyways, just so you remember it for later. Look, there are unruly customers out there all the time. I own my own cardstock company, and yes, unfortunately, I do have some unruly customers. However, the very one thing I will never do is go on any social media platform and talk about them. What you're saying to your other customers is that if they give you so much as one little headache, you are gonna run to social media and you're gonna out them. That is not a good experience for them, and it's not for you. Also, on that note, if someone's asking you about your turnaround times, going on your social medias and saying, hey, look, if you're messaging me and I don't have time to get back to you, quit messaging me, it takes time. Guess what? Your customer is going to see that and go, well, you had enough time to go on Instagram. Why couldn't you just respond to my message? So let's just not talk about our customers in a mean light. The next thing I want to talk about is always using high quality items. Look, there's nothing worse than being a buyer yourself and you buy something only to realize that that seller used an item that was found in a low quality store. So for me as a seller, I always use the highest quality of any type of glue, cardstock, anything that I'm selling to ensure that my customers will come back to me time and time again because they know that I used high quality items that are built to last. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is how that time equals money. So in your own Etsy shop, what you want to do is be the most efficient in time. So how are you making your product? Can you be more efficient? So for me personally, I ran an Etsy shop since 2012, and it was all about party decoration items. And I used my Cricuts for it. What I would do in my shop is I would cut all my items, and then I would stack all my items and glue them. Then I would assemble, and then I would mail them. Sectioning off my time where I was just cutting and just gluing was making me stand in one spot, only doing that one task. Yes, does that sound kind of boring? It does. However, I was shaving off hours at a time for my day, and I would end up processing like 20 and 30 orders a day because I was sectioning off my time. The next thing I want to talk about is knowing your worth, which kind of goes into the whole profits and losses worksheet that I talked about. So knowing your worth, I'm sure you're a brand new Etsy seller. You are nervous about overcharging for your products. However, the last thing you want to do is give away your products for free. Your time is worth something. If you start charging your items at a low price, what happens is over time, your customers are always going to expect that low price. But if you kind of start in the middle, what that's saying to your customers is that you have high quality items and that you're a serious seller that wants to make some money. Now that gives you room to play in on giving discounts or potentially raising your prices, but at least you are always going to be profitable in making money for your time. Now, if you're trying to become a 6-figure seller on Etsy like myself, what you need to remember is that your Etsy shop is your job and business. You need to treat it that way. I'm a firm believer that if you put 100% effort into your Etsy shop, that you will reap all the benefits to that. Do not put your shop on vacation. You want to set hours and work those hours. If you don't have hours to fill processing orders in that time, fill it making new items. Which brings me to my next point, niche. So your niche, when you're first opening up your Etsy shop, I'm sure you're trying to do a modge podge of things. You're trying to do cups, shirts, cardstock items. You're not quite sure what it is that you want to make, and that's okay. But pretty soon after you open up your Etsy shop, what you want to do is hone in on what it is that you like to make the most. When you have figured that out, what you need to do is now start filling up your shop with all the items within that niche that you love making the most. The more items in that niche, the more times you're going to be able to be seen on Etsy, which is going to equate to more sales. You want to make sure that you always stay within your niche. Don't get bored in that. Keep putting items within that niche. So the last two tips that I have kind of go hand in hand together. First and foremost, I have been in business since 2012. I can count on my one hand how many of my friends and family have supported my Etsy shop or even my cardstock shop. Random strangers on the internet support me way more than my own personal friends and family. Do not be scared to talk about your shop. The only people that are gonna know that you're selling something is because you talked about it. So don't be shy and let's talk about our shop. The other thing too that I've found out a lot is that our customers want to see us making our product. They want to know that they are supporting a mom, a wife, a person that's just looking to make extra money. They want to see our hands making our items. So show that. Our social media is free to us. It costs nothing, but it can go so far. As long as you just show up for yourself and your shop, I guarantee that you will start making some serious bucks on Etsy. All right, y'all, I sure hope that you find my 10 tips very useful, and I need to know which one step are you gonna start to incorporate inside your Etsy shop. I sure hope that you found this helpful. Give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.